Yo, get in there, you legends. What's going on, everyone? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little transfer news and Man United news rundown for you on this fine Saturday afternoon. It's muggy and hot as hell down here on the south coast right now, folks. I hope you're all doing well wherever you're watching from around the world. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining, guys. Do us a favour at the start of this show. Decimate that like button. Give it a massive thumbs up. Smash off the like. Share it around. And get yourself in there and say hello at the start of this show. Big up everyone who's in the live chat right now. You bunch of legends. Let's see who we've got in here. Shout out Superfat Frank, Jim Watkins, Neil Driscoll, Fire Up, Johnny M, Orlando Arellano, Jay Garth. How are you, sir? Boomy, Jim Watkins from Australia, mate. We got Johnny and Jay Garth again there. Joshua Whitfield, how are you doing, my friend? Oh, yes. Naz786, Compost Smurf, RJ, Josh, United Tactical Talk, the Bristolian Mackham, Boomy, Sleepster, Compost Smurf. Get in there, my son. Jim, Rushmano, hope you're doing well, bud. Furkan Aaron, watching from Turkey. Boomhauer, John Adair, Callum, Niall. Get in there, Stevie. What's happening there? Jay Garth, Silverware, Scoojo, the Vootinator, Machuto, Kingslayer, and everybody else as well. Thank you so much, legends, for getting in here. Hidden Element, Lomi Kone, the Hoop Man, Palmarius, the Cake Cadet. Bunch of absolute legends joining. Thanks for getting in, guys. So yeah, hit the like button at the start of this one. Every little helps in regards to liking the video. Let's aim for 200 likes on this stream today, guys. Twat the likes. And we will give a shout out to everybody who retweets the show later on in the show. So give us a retweet. The tweet is pinned to the top of this live chat, so you can click that. And if you're on Twitter, which maybe not that many people are these days because Elon Musk is an absolute melter, is he like the Harry Maguire of social media these days? He kind of looks a little bit like him. But also at the same time, he's like limiting people's view counts and things like that to be able to actually view posts in a certain, can only view a certain amount of posts a day and stuff like that. Does this guy want his $46 billion acquisition to fail? That's what it seems like. I don't know. He's having a nightmare. But either way, glad he didn't buy United in the end, guys, because he would have probably had a right shit show of a time of it. But there you go. Enough about Twitter. Who cares? But you can give us a retweet on there if you want. It's at the top of live chat. Or you can give us a share somewhere on social media. Every little helps. And as always, guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Smash the subscribe. That'll get you subscribed so you don't miss the shows. Click the bell icon for notifications and all that jazz. Right, enough with the formalities. Let's get stuck in. And if you're on catch up later, get yourself down below in the not live comment section. And, comment with your thoughts and opinions about anything we're discussing in this show. So we've got a big update in regards to Onana, what's my name? Onana, what's my game? And we'll get onto that in a moment after we just take a few moments to say thank you to an absolute complete legend of this football club. And he is a legend. Legend is a word that is thrown around too often these days, isn't it? It's thrown around too much. Kind of like the C word. It's like when I use the C word, it's because I really want to call someone the C word and they deserve it. I don't just say it, unless it's absolutely necessary. Well, the same goes for the word legend. That's used way too much, but it shouldn't be really. It should be reserved for absolute dons of this football club. And let's just go and start with this guy, which is David De Gea. He has officially been let go by Manchester United. We knew this anyway, but they've thanked him. They've wished him well for the future on social media today, just about an hour ago. A couple of posts from Man United celebrating David De Gea's career. Can we get a round of applause in there for David De Gea and a hashtag legend? He is a legend of this football club, guys. 12 years at Manchester United. He's won quite a few trophies. Europa League springs to mind, obviously, as a big one that he won in 2017. We did the Mickey Mouse treble that year. Of course, he won the Premier League when Sir Alex Ferguson was still here back in the day. That's how long this guy has been at this football club. So he deserves nothing but absolute respect. Thank you from me and everybody really who's a United fan on behalf of the fan base to David De Gea. Not that he's watching this video, but he should be. But thank you to David De Gea for his service at this club. He has been a very good keeper. He will go down for me as the third best goalkeeper of all time at Manchester United, certainly in my lifetime anyway. Obviously, you can go back before then, and there's some standout candidates as well. But for me, it's Schmeichel, it's Edwin van der Sar, and it's David De Gea. So David De Gea getting all sorts of praise and gratitude from Manchester United on social media. Another post here. just suggesting, forever a United legend. Thank you for everything at David De Gea. He's also taken to social media himself to post a nice message, and this is what David De Gea had to say. He said, I just wanted to send this farewell message to all Manchester United supporters. I would like to express my unwavering gratitude and appreciation for the love for the last 12 years. We've achieved a lot since my dear Sir Alex Ferguson brought me to this club. I took incredible pride every time I pulled on this shirt to lead the team, to represent this institution. The biggest club in the world was an honour only bestowed upon a few lucky footballers. It's been an unforgettable and successful period since I came here. I didn't think from leaving Madrid as a young boy we would achieve what we did together. Now it's the right time to undertake a new challenge, to push myself again in new surroundings. Manchester will always be in my heart. Manchester has shaped me and will never leave me. We've seen it all. It almost brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it, guys, in regards to De Gea's farewell message there. He's right. I mean, it has been an era. He has grown up at Manchester United. When you actually think about it, when he came as that wiry, skinny, lanky little melt when he was a teenager, and he's grown into a man at Manchester United. He's 32 now. He's just got married to some 37-year-old stunner. He's doing us all proud, guys. He's left, obviously, now. It's on to new pastures for David De Gea. It's time for him to have a new challenge. It's not ended in the best possible way at United, unfortunately. Finally, we're giving him the props and the due that he deserves now. But I really wish him the best to go on and do some amazing things for the future. And hopefully he gets a really good club to play for, a really top European side to play for, and still play at a very high level. Because I still believe that David De Gea is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. He might not be the most complete, far from it. That's why we're getting rid of him and going in a different direction with Onana, because of what he can bring to the team stylistically going forward. But David De Gea is an outright shot stopper. He's probably the best in the world at just stopping saves, making saves, stopping opportunities for the opposition, and those reflexes, etc. He's second to none. So he is a world-class goalkeeper, and we have achieved some really good things. The guy just got Golden Glove in the Premier League. He can't be that bad, can he? So I'm sure he'll end up at a really good club, but it's time for a new farewell. Just out of interest, guys, where do you see David De Gea ending up? Where do you think he'll play his trade next season? Let us know. Rushmano thinks the Saudi League is a good, strong possibility. Well, if he's going to follow the money, I'd say the Saudi League makes a lot of sense. John Adair says Saudi League could be a destination here where he ends up. Saudi says Amaya. Saudi says Hill and Element. The Hoopman says, Pig, what's your favourite De Gea save? Crikey, I mean, that's actually really difficult, isn't it? I'm just trying to actually think. I've not got the best of memories at the best of times, lad. I don't know. My favourite performance from him was a few years back when we played Spurs in the league and they battered us, but we still won 1-0 and he made about 1 million saves. I couldn't really pick out one individual save, to be perfectly fair, but I would say that one performance just against Spurs where it was just like a ridiculous, he's literally the only reason we won that game. I would say that one, but who knows? There's lots of great David De Gea performances, isn't there? Somewhere in Spain, says Brian. Inter Miami, says John Adair. Not too shabby. The Arsenal game, says Big Wens. Newcastle, says Johnny M. I mean, that would be cool, Jim Watkins, if David De Gea goes back to La Liga and plays in Spain. I hope he does. That's his homeland. It's a good standard, whichever sort of team he goes and plays for, even if it's one of the sort of Gasher teams. It's still a great standard and it's a great place to play football. So I would hope that's the case. He may well end up following the money and going to Saudi Arabia. And who could really blame him at this stage? He's had his time in European football at Manchester United. He's won some things. If he's not going to get a job offer at a really top European side, maybe it does make sense to go somewhere else. Fair enough if a really good club like Inter Milan maybe, or or Atletico Madrid. Obviously he's not going to go there because they've got a really good goalie, but you know what I mean? If there was a top European side that was interested in taking him, I'm sure he'd end up wanting to go there. But unless a really, really top club comes in offer-wise, it probably does make sense for the lad just to go and follow the money and go to Saudi Arabia for a couple of seasons and make him and his family uber, super duper rich, even though he already is. But it would make a lot of sense, just to line his pockets while he still can. So, yeah, there you go. I mean, there's lots of players that are going over to Saudi. Saudi Arabian teams are just spending the money left, right and centre. Surely they would be interested in taking a world-class shot stopper like David De Gea and bringing them into his league. So, the only thing is that, obviously, the amount of money he was on at Manchester United is, I don't know, if he's going to go to Saudi Arabia, they're probably going to have to pay him somewhere similar to that, aren't they? To convince him to not sign for a European side. He's already set up. He's already minted. He's already got a heck of a lot of money from being paid 375k a week at United. And so, you know, it depends on the player. It depends on the person. Some people will follow the money. Others would rather go for the accolades, wouldn't they? Great shout. Yeah, Rush Warner says Dave was on 385k per week, so he is used to high wages. There you go. Yeah. So he's already minted. He's already got the money. It's whether or not he would be happy to go and play over there for a similar amount of money. Let's be honest, he's probably not going to get offered more than a couple of £100,000 a week from any European team. It's not really the done thing. Not many teams are prepared to pay a goalkeeper in excess of that. So just the fact that he was getting 375k at United, that's kind of like the most he's probably ever going to get. Unless he does indeed go over to Saudi Arabia, because he could get the money there. Yeah, Pricey, I totally agree with you, bud. He says, I think we should have given him a better send-off. I mean, I totally agree with what you just said there, bud. David De Gea deserves a hero send-off, really. He didn't get that. It's a shame. It would have been nice if, like, we could have given him a send-off at a game or, you know, something like that. Obviously, I'm guessing he'll get a testimonial one day. I don't know really. I mean, who knows? But David De Gea should be celebrated as a complete legend for this football club, for what he's achieved and just his service. He has been a great player. So I just love the guy. I hope he has a great career still beyond this, and I really wish him nothing but the best. So let's get some big love in the live chat for David De Gea. We've got 179 legends in here, guys. Let's see if we can get 179 likes on this video as well. Smash the like button. Get yourself subscribed if you're new to the show, and have your say in the live chat as well. So David De Gea is gone, guys. He's been given the farewell from Manchester United, and you know, it basically paves the pathway clear now for Onana. We have an update here from Fab, and you know, you don't really need to be a rocket scientist or have a degree in rocket science in order to understand that this basically means that the Onana deal is basically done. Thank you, Gorilla Snow, for subscribing. It's basically done. We have pretty much got this wrapped up. Obviously, it's not done and dusted just yet. And anybody that says done deal, it is done and dusted right now, is a complete liar and a clickbait wank stain. But it is very close, and it is more or less going to be done. So in a few days' time, it should be wrapped up. We have an update here from Fabrizio Romano that says, after David De Gea's farewell message, it's all set for Manchester United's final bid to sign Andre Onana. The deal is really close, as reported yesterday. Just waiting for a formal bid to be sent in the next days. All parties expect the deal to 100% be done by next week. So, you know, next week it will be done. Obviously, it's not done right now because Man United haven't even submitted our third and final offer. But it is basically done. The teams are essentially going to, you know, agree on a fee probably in the region of 55 million euros, maybe 50 million up front with a 5 million down the road in add-ons. And then there's not a problem with personal terms. I think it's already been agreed for a 5-year contract. So that's not going to be an issue. It's literally just about Man United and Inter Milan agreeing a fee in the next couple of days, and then it will be done. It could be done today, it could be done tomorrow, but certainly Fabrizio and everyone else confident that in a few days' time the deal will be actually officially done. So there you go, guys. Get in there, my son. Hashtag welcome Onana. It's pretty much done. Obviously you can never say 100%, but it basically is done, guys. And with David De Gea going like that, the way he has, and the announcement that's been made, or not necessarily the announcement, but Manchester United wishing him the best and making that farewell message post on social media, it does just go on to suggest that that's going to be happening very, very soon. Hey, thank you, Crazy Joe. Let's go, guys. Crazy Joe Davola, thank you so much, mate. Come on, let's get some mad love in the live chat for Crazy Joe. Come on. He's gifted out a channel membership. Thank you, Crazy Joe. That's very, very kind of you, mate. I really appreciate you gifting a membership to someone on the channel, mate. And it's gone to none other than Dublin Games. Dublin Games has been gifted the channel membership there. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express, Dublin Games, courtesy of Crazy Joe Davola, mate. Thank you very much, Joe, there, man. Appreciate you a lot. Hey, not too bad, Glenn Layton. How are you getting on, lad? But yeah, nice one, Crazy Joe. That's awesome. Thank you very much indeed for that, bro. Absolute lad. Okay, so yeah, more or less a formality now. Give it a few days and we'll probably have Andre Onana at the football club, which will be a very good addition because of what he can bring to the team stylistically for Ten Hag. Ten Hag wants him. Ten Hag knows him. Ten Hag knows that he's going to get somebody who can play out from the back, who can help the high press, who can, distribute, who can sweep up, who does have that confidence. Some may say arrogance at the back as well with the ball at his feet. We kind of need a bit of that in today's modern era. And of course, with this change in style, with David De Gea going, who's a complete all-round shot-stopping beast, but he's not like talented in the other areas that we've just mentioned necessarily. So it is a pathway, a new pathway in a new direction for Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. And it's exciting, guys. It will hopefully transform. It's a transformative signing, this one. It will hopefully transform Manchester United's style and our fortunes going forward. Come on, Onana. Let's get in there. So the next steps, guys, this is from Fab again, just a short while ago, just to give you the lowdown. The next steps for Andre Onana deal. There's been new direct contacts between Inter and Man United over the weekend. Official final bid next week to be accepted. So it's really just a formality. United are going to increase their bid by a little bit, and then it will be accepted by the looks of it. Clubs are hoping to have the documents ready around Wednesday or Thursday. So give it a few days and it'll be done. Onana's already agreed terms with Manchester United, so it's not a problem. So it's a matter of days. Hashtag Onana. Looks like we've got this guy. Welcome to Manchester, almost. And like I say, transformative signing. So excellent period of events that's just taken place. We have now signed a couple of players, guys. There you go. Looks like anyway. So Onana and Mason Mount have come into the club so far. They're both decent players that are going to improve the squad, hopefully. I mean, one thing I will say, guys, right? People forget and have got short memories just how damn good David De Gea actually was as a goalkeeper at United. Yeah, he wasn't the best at playing out and all that kind of stuff. And now we've got Ten Hag. We're playing a different style. You liken it to Joe Hart at Man City when Pep Guardiola came in. Joe Hart was an excellent goalkeeper for Manchester City until Pep Guardiola came in and decided he wanted someone who could actually play out and was a different style keeper. That's kind of what's happened here. It's more or less exactly what's happened here. De Gea's nothing wrong with David De Gea. He's a great keeper. And as I said before, careful what you wish for sometimes. I think Onana's going to be a success at the football club, but to pretend like there isn't a small risk is silly. There is a small risk with any new keeper coming in. Like, Onana is a great keeper, and he seems like he's going to help the style of United and Ten Hag. But there's always a time, sometimes an adaptation period of a player coming into the Premier League and coming into United with big shoes or big gloves to fill. It's not the easiest. We saw it post Peter Schmeichel. So you just wait and see how long it takes him to do the business at United. Hopefully it's not that long. Hopefully he literally comes in, slots in, and just transforms the team and is really, really good for us. But I hope in a few months' time we're not saying, please, we should have kept hold of David De Gea. I really hope that that's not the case. Hey, thank you, Wiggy, for getting in here with your highlighted member comment and being a member for 32 months. Guys, hashtag 32 in the chat for Wiggy. Thank you, my friend. Get in there. He says, oh, nah, what's my name? Oh, nah. Get in there. Thank you very much, Wiggy. I appreciate you, bud. Thanks for being a member of this channel for 32 months, though, and being a moderator as well. Appreciate you, Wiggy, lad. He says, Hey, goodbye, De Gea. Yeah, I know, it's sad, isn't it? It's the end of an era, guys. It really is. 12 years this guy's been a player for us, doing really great things. It's the end of an era. Really nice guy. Wish him nothing but the best. Hopefully he has a glittering career, for the remaining 5 years or however long he's going to play the game. It probably will not be at a team that's anywhere near the standard of Manchester United, especially if he goes to Saudi Arabia. But I just wish him the best. I hope he has a happy time of it still within the game. I hope he plays regularly for whoever he goes to. And it would be nice to see him sign for a top European side and play, not in our league or anything, but a top European side that's going to do well. Thank you very much, OG. I appreciate you, bud. Big Weng says, Pig, was Barthez a failure? Barthez was a failure at Manchester United. As a goalkeeper throughout his career, he was a successful goalkeeper and a very good goalkeeper. But at United, he was a melter. He made a lot of errors. That's what I mean. He's a great example, actually. Somebody that had a bit of flamboyance, somebody that would like to get out and get high up the pitch for a goalie, and somebody that, was good with their feet, But he made a lot of errors at Manchester United, didn't he? He made a heck of a lot of errors, this guy. He was error-laden, in fact. So, to me, Barthez was a very, very good goalkeeper, but he'd never really hit those heights that he did previously at Manchester United. That's the key here. Like, just because you sign a big name for big money doesn't necessarily mean that they are indeed going to give you what you need. It's hard. It's a very specialist position, the goalkeeper position. And sometimes a player can come in and not be able to deal with the pressure or the history or whatever the case may be of Manchester United. We're a different animal to most teams. And there's always that extra added pressure to perform. And so it's just whether or not these guys can do it. So there is actually no guarantee that Onana will be the man to fill De Gea's gloves. We just hope that he is, and we think that he is, and he does seem like a really quality acquisition. But Barthez was a melter. That's right, Compost Smurf. He did melt, didn't he? Yeah, JW, let's talk about that for a second then. From one great goalkeeper, David De Gea, and another great servant at the club to another. Dudes, can we get some mad love hearts in there for Edwin van der Sar, who yesterday was taken to hospital. I think he was on holiday in Croatia, and he had a bleed on the brain, basically. And it's very, very concerning, guys. We just want to wish all the best to a legend of the football club, Edwin van der Sar. Not only a legend of the football club, but just a really nice guy. I don't think anybody can have a bad word to say about Big Edwin. The guy's a fucking legend. Just an all-round, thoroughly bloody nice bloke. And I wish him a really speedy recovery. I'm very sad to hear the news that he was in hospital when he was having these issues. Ajax gave an update on Van der Sar today, just a few hours ago, and this is what they said. They said Edwin van der Sar will remain in intensive care for the time being. His condition is stable, but still concerning. Ajax shares this information on behalf of Anne-Marie van der Sar, Edwin's wife. We love you, Edwin. Hang in there. So, just get well soon, Edwin van der Sar. So good. What is he, like 50, 52 or something? I'm not even sure of his age exactly. I think he's about 50, 52, somewhere around there. And just the fact that this is going on, I mean, obviously he seems like a super healthy guy. You just never know, do you guys? I mean, hopefully he's going to be absolutely fine. But, health and this kind of thing, these things can pop up out of nowhere. And I really hope he's okay anyway, guys. It would be a nightmare if anything happened to Big Edwin. So much love to Big Edwin. He was a great goalkeeper for Manchester United, and he was actually the only guy capable of filling Peter Schmeichel's slot in that team, really. We went through so many gashed keepers after Schmeichel left us until we ended up with Edwin van der Sar. And that's what I'm talking about with you're not always guaranteed to get a keeper who's just going to be perfect for you right away. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes you might have to go through one or two before you find the right guy. Onana probably is the right guy. I just want to put an asterisk and say that because of the history that Ten Hag has with him. Ten Hag's actually coached this guy. Ten Hag knows what he's all about. He knows what sort of style he's going to bring to Manchester United's team, and he wants to get him specifically to complement what he's trying to do at Manchester United. So he will transform the way we play, which should make us better. So I think whatever we may lose in just outright shot stopping, because De Gea is the best shot stopper in the world, in my opinion, whatever we lose in outright shot stopping, we should actually gain in other areas and then some by just playing better football, by actually being a better team, by being able to play out from the back, by being able to distribute better from the back, get us going, score more goals, hopefully. That's the plan. So Onana should be a transformative signing for Manchester United, but you just never know. It's not 100%. I know, absolutely, Chris Koo. You're absolutely right, mate. Life is very, very fragile indeed, lad. If we've learned anything over the last few months, it is this. Definitely, you're absolutely right, bud. 100%. Definitely should have got him before he went to Fulham. Absolutely. We got him from Fulham in the end, didn't we? We should have got Edwin when he went to Fulham first. Absolutely, mate. Definitely United till I die says that keeper period where we got to Sar was scary. I hope to God Onana doesn't flop. Absolutely. We've gone over this quite a lot recently, just talking about the goalie situation. But yeah, who do you reckon the worst goalkeeper we had during that time is, guys? Between Schmeichel and Van der Sar. Who's the worst? There's been some shitters. I don't know, actually. It's a tough one. Roy Carroll was gash. Roy Carroll was absolutely gash. There's Bosnich. There's, Howard was all right, actually. Carroll, yeah, Roy Carroll was gash, weren't he? He was gash. Barthez says Orlando Olano. For United, he wasn't good. Carroll says Compost Smurf. Brian Foskett says Taibbi. Rushmano says Roy Carroll. Yeah, Roy Carroll was gash. Stefan says Taibbi. Taibbi's almost a legend, though. Do you know what I mean? Letitia! Oh, Taibbi's absolutely fucked it. That was awful. Literally, that is what that guy is known for. That is a terrible thing. So Massimo Taibi's whole career, don't know what he went on and did after that, by the way. Played a few times and then made that atrocity mistake, and that's all he's ever remembered for, and never to be seen from again in United's team, basically. What an absolute melter. You know what I mean? Everybody just knows him from that. Foster, yeah. I didn't like Bartes either. I thought he was a mistake-laden melt. Taibi versus Southampton, says Brian Foskett. Thomas Kuszak, yeah, but he was just a complete Russian backup, wasn't he? Like, he was literally just there to be a backup, wasn't he? Yeah, I mean, but you're right, though. He was gash. Ronnie Dodge. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Can we get a Sue in the live chat there for Ronnie Dodge? Thank you, Ronnie. Appreciate you, man. He sent in a super chat. It says, David, sad he's gone, but sends a statement to the league. That it does. It does send a statement that we are making changes. We're going to change the way we play. It is a big statement, like you say. It does hopefully indicate that we are going to do things a bit differently this coming season. By the way, we just smashed 100 likes on the stream. Get in there, you legends. Thank you, every one of you, for hitting that thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. If you're just joining us, it's free to like the video, so do leave a thumbs up. And it helps us compete with clickbait, wank stains, and corporation mugs. So hit the old thumbs up if you haven't done and you're just getting in here. Every little helps. Adios, Dave, says Malps. Absolutely. Thank you to Big Dave once again. What a true legend of the club. And get well soon to Edwin van der Sar, guys. We have to say that once again because, crikey, I just really don't want anything to happen to Big Edwin. He's just too much of a nice guy. Take the football out of it. The guy is seriously a super nice guy. What a nice bloke. Okay, so that's really the latest news in regards to Onana. It's just a stage where in the next few days it's going to be done. So it's not quite done yet as of 100% done deal, but it more or less is done between the clubs. It's just a formality. They need to reach an agreement on a fee, and then paperworks need to be drawn up, etc. Medical conducted, and he will be a Man United player. I think he will be in here just around about the start of pre-season. You know, give it 3, 4, 5 days. Hopefully he'll actually be here unveiled. That would be lovely. That would be absolutely lovely. Thank you, Roddy Can't Game, mate, for your super sticker of a thumbs up as well. Appreciate you, dude. How are you getting on? Our man in New York City. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. He's an Arsenal scummer, in case anybody doesn't know. He's probably enjoying Arsenal's transfer window at the moment because it looks like they're trying to be ambitious and spending money. Declan Rice is a crazy acquisition, to be fair, for 105 mil. That's nutty. Fair play to you, mate. Thank you very much for the thumbs up, and do as he says there. Thank you very much. Thank you, Colin Greig. Right back at you, my friend. Right back at you. Okay, we've got some other stuff to talk about as well while I'm here, guys. So just we'll get back onto the Onana stuff in a little bit. Donny van der Beek situation is kind of what we expected, really. He's just surplus, isn't he? That's the thing. So Fabrizio Romano tweeted out that says, more on Donny van der Beek. He's now exploring options to find a new club this summer. As expected, no contacts are taking place with AS Roma as things stand. No negotiations despite reports. So there were some rumours that perhaps he would be, going to join Jose over there. But, I mean, who... I don't know. Personally, I just want to say, nah, wave, goodbye. Now, it's not really his fault, but he has been crap for United, hasn't he? So sorry to say, Donny van der Beek is how it's really been at United his time at the club. Good luck to him. It's not even really his fault. We bought him, and we just sort of completely stagnated his whole career. He was on a really good upward trajectory at Ajax before Man United got hold of him. We got hold of him, we never played him, and then he just was used as a complete bit part backup. Even when he actually did play well, he was never awarded with the opportunity of playing in the next game. But it was just the most totally unnecessary signing ever. Why did we even get him? It was a signing from up above, I think, because Solskjaer didn't even want him. Solskjaer didn't want to play him, and before you know it, he was out of the side. And no managers really wanted to play him since he's been here. Even Ten Hag, really. I know he got injured, and so that's why we haven't seen him at all throughout the season, the latter part of the season. But even at the start of the season, it's not like Ten Hag even really wanted to play him, and he's the guy that had the history with him. So something going on. There's something wrong with Donny van der Beek. Maybe he's just a really lazy bastard. Maybe he's a bad trainer. Don't know what the case may be. He seems like he wants to play from that whole chewing gum gate incident, but I, for one, don't care if Donny van der Beek goes. What do you reckon, guys? Keep or sell Donny van der Beek. But for me, just get rid as soon as we can. Get as much money as you possibly can. He's not on a huge amount of money, this guy, either at United, so he may well be saleable. It's the problem we've got, is just trying to ship on players. Ten Hag's understood to want to get at least 4 players gone in the next couple of weeks to clear up some space at the club. Why would you want these hangers-on, these lingering turds, festering up the gaff over pre-season when you're trying to get some unity in the squad and get the pecking order sorted out and everything? Why do you want these lingering turds you're not even going to play? So we want to get rid of people like Donny van de Beek as soon as possible, ideally. Thank you, Ronnie Dodge, for the super chat, mate. He says, Onana comes in and makes us very unpredictable team. Yeah, so interesting. I was talking to my brother about this yesterday, actually. It's just an interesting sort of point here we were talking about. It's like, in a way, he makes us unpredictable, but he changes the way we play in a sense. If you think about how we play at the moment, we do need a bit more of that, don't we? Like somebody who can play out from the back a little bit. Well, we were basically talking about the ball-playing defenders that we've got at the club. So Wan-Bissaka is not a ball-playing defender. Varane's not really. You know what I mean? Lisandro Martinez can spray a pass. He's excellent. Lindelof can as well, but he's not in the first team. Those guys can play out from the back. Luke Shaw's a great crosser, but is he great when it comes to playing forward? You know what I mean? He's average at that, I would say. In regards to actually crossing the ball from wide, he's very good. But just in terms of like actually having distribution from the back, Harry Maguire's good at that, to be fair, VJ and you say Harry's still at the club. I know. He is actually good at that, though, to be fair, Harry Maguire. He can play out from the back. That's about all he can do, but he can play out from the back. So in terms of like having ball players at the back, it doesn't hurt to have a couple more, does it? Maybe we'll be playing some slightly different like style or something. Maybe Dallo will be coming into play instead of Wan-Bissaka. I don't know. But yeah, Shaw was fine at centre-back. I agree, Compost Mo. So in regards to Maguire, I can see a few people talking about Harry Maguire in the live chat and asking for an update. Look, I'd love to tell you that there's an offer on the table for Harry Maguire. There just isn't at the moment, guys. Nobody wants that bastard. He's like the last chicken in the shop, isn't he? Nobody wants him. He's small and he's been stinking up the gaff for a few days. He's starting to yellow under the hot light bulb, and he's just rancid. Nobody wants him. He's going to get chucked in the bin. I don't know. Are we stuck with him? Is he going to get cooked up and fed to the cat? I don't know. But either way, this guy is a stinky chicken at this football club. We've got to get rid any which way we can. We kind of need somebody to like just come in with a crazy offer. When I say crazy offer, I mean any offer. It's crazy anybody would offer anything for him. That's what's crazy about it. Come in with a crazy offer for him. Ideally, get him off the books with his big wages, and then free up a little bit of space at the back for us to sign a good young prospect of a centre-back. So Slabo Maguire has had his time at United, and his time has been wank. Great to get rid, great to get somebody else in. The pecking order is established at United. It's Lisandro Martinez, it's Varane, and then you've got people behind it like Lindelof, and of course, Luke Shaw can play at centre-back if you absolutely need him to. And then that's where us going to sign another hot prospect of a centre-back comes in to cover if we absolutely need it. But we do not need Harry Maguire anymore. We just simply don't. So yeah, there you go, guys. Anywhere we can sell him to, get him gone. Even Saudi Arabian teams don't want him. He's too much of a slab. I think they're worried about the import fees and the extra money they'll have to pay for the flight because of the sheer weight of that guy's cranium, that they don't want to actually, bring him in and import him to their country. That's the problem there with Slabo Maguire. You've got to factor in many things. Many things. For a start, it's going to cost money for whichever team buys him in order to dismantle that cranium. You've got to put the scaffolding up. You've got to get somebody who can essentially operate a dismantling process and number all the parts. And then you've got to reassemble it at the other side. You know what I mean? It's not easy, guys. It's not easy in terms of moving Slabo Maguire to a different country. So I think that's really what the problem is with Maguire. Luan France, how are you today? Thank you for joining us, Luan. Appreciate you for getting in here, one of the moderating legends. She says, Maguire is amazing for England, but is a mess at United. I think we should explore why. Something doesn't add up. You want my opinion on that? I've given it before, but this is why I think it is, to be fair there, Luan France. Honestly, I think the reason Harry Maguire is no good for Man United is because, well, he shrivels up like a ball bag in a cold shower. He is, I don't know, he's got no cojones, this guy. And it's all right for England when we're playing I don't know, Costa Rica or Malta or somebody like that. But when we actually, up against a decent side, he melts. And more often than not with England, we're the favourites and we're playing like minnows half the time. Also, another reason is Southgate's a complete crumble job and he can relate to Southgate, a melter, who's his manager. England play a different style. This is the main point I wanted to make. I'm just joking at the moment. But the main point really is because England play a more Harry Maguire style of play, which is better suited to a big slow slab. Like, it's not as high up, it's not as attacking, it's not as fluid and as quick. And the problem with Slabby Maguire is he's slow as all sin. So when he gets caught napping at the back and we turn over possession and the opposition can play a simple pass over the top or in behind our defence, when our players are near the halfway line, when our defenders are near the halfway line, basically when we are in a phase of attack and we turn over possession and the opposition team can spray one diagonal over the top or, just a simple through ball in behind, Slabby is then faced with the situation where he's got a lot of ground to cover and he's up against a fast striker. And that's where we get caught short because he's slow as fuck. So he doesn't really have the physicality in order to make up for that problem. So he's good at a lot of other stuff. He's got a big slab on him. He can head the ball away. He's actually a good passer of the football. He's got a good brain in terms of playing out and that kind of thing. He's not a terrible footballer at all, but he's slow, he's cumbersome, and his positioning isn't the best actually. But I think that's somewhat to do with the fact that he's just so slow. It's hard for him to be in the right position when he can't keep up with play because he's so slow. So that's really the problem with him. Whereas for England, it's not as apparent. That problem is not as apparent because of how Southgate plays and the melter that he is and the slow, horrible, gastastic style that England generally or previously have played with. So I think that he is exposed more at Manchester United, therefore he doesn't put in as good a performances. But he's not fundamentally a bad player. If he played for the right sort of team, i.e. Burnley, then he would be absolutely fine. He would be okay. If he played for Everton, he would be fine. He's basically a Sean Dyche player to a T. If he could play with Sean Dyche as his manager, I'm sure he'd be absolutely great. There you go, Cake Day. He says, Harry Maguire might be okay with that walk-in football for old people, Joe. Maybe so, yeah. There you go. Now he's found his level. Definitely. United Till I Die says, God, the thought he will still be captain next season makes my balls sweat. Crikey, mate. A little bit too much information, but thank you for sharing. Yeah, no, he won't still be captain, will he? I mean, that would be preposterous. So at the very least, even if we can't get rid of him, at the very least, Man United and Ten Hag have to address that situation. We have to appoint a new captain and vice captain, and neither of which is Harry Maguire. Who do you think should be captain at United, guys? I think it is going to be Bruno Fernandes. He's the most sort of passionate and probably deserving of it. Yeah, in that Liverpool game and one or two others times you see his head drop sometimes, but he is a passionate player who gives it his all. Plus he's fit most of the time. And the thing is with Harry Maguire, you can't have him as a captain or a vice captain anymore because he's not going to play. You can't have somebody who is deputising the armband when they're fifth choice centre back. So we literally have to address that problem. Maguire has to have the captaincy stripped from him and it given to somebody else and the vice captaincy given to somebody else as well. So it's got to be probably Bruno. Yeah, hey Gungshi, how are you? You absolute legend today, mate. Get in there. The Butcher's a great shout, isn't he? If you're talking about bollocks, if you're talking about somebody who's earned it, he's only been here for a year, but he's like a piece of furniture at Manchester United now. Like, everybody loves Lissandro. You know what you're going to get from him. He's a terrier of a defender. He's tough, robust, apart from he got injured, obviously, but, he's tough. He likes to tackle. He's a bit dirty, but in a good way. He's actually like a perfectly great competitor to give the armband to. Maguire's a melter. Lissandro's not a melter. That's the difference. So, yeah, great shout. Bruno 100% says Brian Foskett. The Hoop Man thinks Bruno and Rushy and Joshua. Great shout, guys. Yo, 0793. How are you doing, you handsome bastard? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining, mate. Get in there. Massey 81 says Martinez. Bruno, Cassius, Vice says Templar Priest. I like that. Now that I can get behind. Yes. Midfield options. Casemiro is definitely deserving. Okay, maybe his English wasn't the best. He's been here a year now. I'm sure it's improving. So that should be good. How is he recovering? So in regards to the Butcher, he's recovering well, mate. Yeah, I mean, United posted about a week or so ago saying that his rehabilitation is going well. He'll be featuring in pre-season. Yeah, he'll be featuring in pre-season. Colin Greed says Bruno has got to be the captain. Casemiro when he improves his English. Absolutely. So if he's improved his English, Nobody can deny Casemiro's a great leader. He's got the reputation and the history and the experience that you need to be a good captain. And he's the right sort of player as well. Like I say, he's got that bit of needle in him. He likes to tackle. He likes to get in these little arguments and things, rightly or wrongly. But that's kind of what you want. You want somebody who's a tough individual to be your captain. If you think about United's best captains over the years, they're all very much tough people. You're not giving it to some little melter, really. A couple of times we might have seen a melter have the armband, but most of the time it's going to a Keno type. Or Rooney was a little dogged terrier, wasn't he? He was seriously, he liked to get in there and have a little tussle or verbal. He did like to mix it up a bit. So you do need that, I think, as a captain. You can't be a passive sort of player when you're the captain of Manchester United. You also don't want to go at the other end of it where you are super reckless, because look, we've seen Roy Keane get sent off many a time and let the side down, for instance, previously a couple of times, but he more than made up for it in other games. So yeah, you're very concerned about the ownership. There's a strong chance the Glazers won't even sell to Sir Jim and actually hang in there. Yeah, maybe if they do that, they're asking for big time trouble, aren't they? What a bunch of melters. They'd be seriously asking for trouble if that's the case. Oh, nice one, Rushmano. Let's see what updates have come out then, guys. So there's updates as we've been doing the show here. We've got a Højlund update, guys, from Fabrizio Romano as well while the show's been live. Let's see what he's got to say. So at 4:13 p.m, he posted that personal terms between Højlund and United have been agreed in May, which we knew about, never been a problem. Rasmus loves Man United. He was a United fan as a kid, and he loved to play for Man United. I said that 100 times. So somebody was asking whether or not this deal was terms agreed and that kind of thing between Man United and Højlund, and obviously it is. That's not a problem. So let me just get that up on the screen so you guys can see it. But Rasmus Højlund is an exciting one, guys. So I saw some reports earlier as well, I don't know if you saw this, about Harry Kane still being on the shortlist for Manchester United. And if we could get Harry Kane, it would be as well as Rasmus Højlund, not instead of, which would be the best thing that could possibly happen in this transfer window. That would take this transfer window from a 7 out of 10 if we got all the players we're talking about to a 10 out of 10. Because if you've actually got the ambition to go and get 2 quality strikers, one for now and one for now in the future, wow. I mean, we really will have a good chance of challenging for things next season, because you do need a bit of depth, guys. You need quality and depth. Look at City, those scumbag cheating bastards. Treble winners last season, though. And they've done that because they've got depth. They've got 2 world-class players in each position, more or less. So, that's kind of what you need. You need to actually go and try and improve the squad wholeheartedly. Doing that, getting Rasmus and getting Kane in together in the same window might sound like an airy-fairy, wishful thinking bullshit, but if that happened, then that is actually what makes Man United way better again, because neither of those players can play every single game for you. There's going to be games where you need to rotate. One of them can learn from the other and develop over the next couple of seasons, and he's still only going to be young when the other one's ready to leave us. So it would make perfect sense to get Kane and Rasmus Højlund in this transfer window. Of course, if we get Harry Kane, it's going to be at the latter part of the transfer window, because we've got those wank stains Tottenham Hotspur to deal with, and they're a nightmare to deal with, and they're going to try and squeeze as much money out of the Kane situation as they can if they let him go at all. But they will let him go, I think, this summer if the price is right, because they stand to lose him for nothing next year. So 80 million quid might get the deal done, but United aren't going to play that game with Tottenham and bend over just as much like we have done maybe for some of these other players that we've already spent the money on, because, well, Spurs are scum to deal with. We've got to make them sweat a little bit over a period of time to get the deal done at a reasonable price. So there is still a small possibility that Harry Kane could be a Manchester United player come the new season, or certainly come the end of the transfer window. But Rasmus Højlund seems like we're getting him regardless. I mean, we don't know yet. It's not 100%. There's no agreement in place between the two clubs. It seems like Atalanta want a heck of a lot of money. Perhaps we could sweeten the deal, as we talked about yesterday with Mason Greenwood, perhaps going in the opposite direction on loan. That helps us out no end, because it takes all the pressure and the backlash away from Greenwood at United, and it gives them a really good player. Arguably, better for them right now. Somebody who can not just replace Højlund, but maybe this season actually score them a lot of goals and do really good things for them. And then it gives us a fantastic player for now and the future in Rasmus Højlund, who's a young guy who's going to go on and do great things in the game and just seems to have all the attributes for what we need for the future. So that's where we should be at, guys. We should not only be getting Rasmus Højlund, but we should also be trying our absolute utmost to sign Harry Kane from those Spuds. He should be having the ambition and the desire to play for United, if you ask me. That's a question that some people ask. Would he even want to play for United? I think so. I think especially if you consider the situation where we are actually challenging for trophies. We won a trophy last season. We've won trophies in recent years. Okay, it was 5 years before that. But Spurs had never bloody won a trophy. 2008 League Cup, Mickey Mouse Cup was the last one they won. That's a long time ago, and that was a shit trophy, and he wasn't even there. So if he wants to win something, his chances of winning something are much better at United. He's not going to go to City because they've got Haaland. So who else is he going to go to in the Premier League? If he wants to stay and play Premier League football and still have the chance of winning things and picking up some trophies before he retires, but also stay here so he can maybe beat Shearer's goal scoring record, that kind of thing, then Man United is the destination for him, if you ask me. So that would be nice. I hope it happens, guys. Harry Kane to United would be great. But Rasmus Højlund seems like it could be a strong candidate to be agreed reasonably soon. We know that personal terms are not an issue. He'd love to play for Manchester United, as this post from Fabrizio Romano says. So Rasmus Højlund to United is looking really good and likely, guys. That's what I'd say. Let's just get into the live chat a second, see what you legends are saying about this whole Højlund-Kane situation, and then we'll get back on with the next couple of updates. Thank you, Rushmano. He says, smash a like for the pig. It really helps. Indeed, yes, do hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done. How many are we on right now, guys? Every little like helps boost this channel up there in the old algorithm and recommendations and whatnot. And it's free. It helps YouTube know that you like the show. And it helps me know that you like the show, guys. We're nearly at 150, so keep hitting the like button. And also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe. We're getting closer, slowly but surely, to 72,000 subscribers. We're not that far away, so if we're 50 subscribers away, in fact. So if it's your first time on the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and give it a share. Nice one. Okay, thank you. So let's see what you guys are saying about this whole Højlund situation. Will I play the guitar if we get Kane and Qatar, says Stefan? Maybe so, mate. Maybe so. Hey there, Neil Walker. What's going on? Dancing with the Devil's a straight swap for Højlund. Rid of that piece of shit and money still in the back. Fair play to you, man. Fair play to you. Well, I would be okay with that, to be honest. I would be okay with that. I'd be okay with the PR disaster that Mason Greenwood is, leaving us permanently now. The problem is you're actually losing like a homegrown Manchester United academy product who has the potential to go on and still be one of the world's best forward players, you know, out there. But because of what's happened, because of the PR mess that it is, it's not an attractive proposition to keep him here. The very least, you should get rid of him now in the short term. United have him contracted until 2025 with the option for another year. So as it is, it's like he's our player for a few years. One season away out on loan's not going to do any harm. The only thing it can really do is help the situation with maybe us getting more money for Mason Greenwood next summer, because it will take that whole initial problem of him starting football again and all the media outcry that there's going to be and the fan bases harassing him and all that sort of stuff. Takes that away from us for a year, and then we deal with it in a year, and his price tag will probably be higher in a year's time because it won't be such a PR shitstorm for whoever's interested in bringing him in. United may well give him another chance down the road, but I just don't think it's the right time to give it to him, guys. What do you reckon, guys? Keep, sell, or loan Mason Greenwood? But if it turned out that we did a straight swap and got rid of Greenwood, like you've just said there, Dancer with the Devil, I'd be okay with it based on what's happened, to be fair. It's not like I'm going to be sad about Mason Greenwood going. The squad did fine without Mason Greenwood with Ten Hag there. It would have done maybe better with him in the squad, but we've got the chance to address these issues this summer. That's what this Højlund signing would be all about as well. And yeah, I wouldn't be worried about it. I'd let him go. I'm with you. I'd let him go. If we could actually do that deal and make a good swap or sell him, then that would make sense. But a loan also does make sense, because then in a year's time we could sell the guy and we don't have to deal with all the PR backlash and the fan bases harassing him. The Kate Cadet says, can't believe someone that talented could do something so stupid and throw his career down the shitter. What a plank. I know. Well, there you go. I mean, I don't even know if it's really, you can't even say talented or footballer or whatever. It's just there's actually scumbags in every walk of life, and it doesn't matter if you're a plumber or a footballer, you still could be a sexually assaulting scumbag. You know what I mean? And allegedly that could be the case. And because of the public information that we knew, it's difficult for Greenwood to come back from this one and for everyone to forgive him and forget. It's not a private thing, this. It was done in public, some of it. Just cut the cord with him, to be honest. Yeah, hoop man, maybe the best thing. I have no problem with him. If he played for Man United this season and scored goals, I would not celebrate him, guys. I think he's a scumbag, to be fair. I've seen enough and heard enough. Okay, he didn't have that trial and he wasn't found guilty or whatever, but I've heard enough and seen enough that he's a bit of a despicable young man. And people can change and people deserve second chances and all that stuff, but come on, like, that was pretty horrible, that audio clip, and, like, he's just a bit of a wrong'un. Like, do we really want something like that playing for Manchester United? I don't really. Fryan says, Greenwood has always reminded you of Robin van Persie. Well, Robin van Persie, yeah, same here stylistically as well. Didn't Robin van Persie, wasn't he accused of some dodgy shit in Holland back in the day as well? I don't know. I seem to remember, maybe I'm making that up, but I seem to remember something like that back when he was a young lad. But either way, Robin van Persie, stylistically, you're absolutely right. He was quite similar to Mason Greenwood. So true. He should at the very least be given a second chance. Fair enough, Balance. Maybe you're right. But should that second chance be at Manchester United? I think that Atalanta makes the perfect destination for him right now. It's away from the prying eyes of the English media and the fans. And he's actually got the opportunity there to play in a really good league for a really good team and revive his career. There's every chance that he could go on and score a lot of goals and go some way to people forgiving him as well, just as time goes on. So it's quite possible, isn't it, that he would go there. I think that would be a good look for him personally. Absolutely. Hello there, Craw. How are you doing, mate? Thank you for getting in here. Hope you're doing well. City scummer, but, you know, he's all right, this guy. Hesam Razzoli says, Manchester United should sign a player as opportunistic as Taremi, an excellent striker. Yeah, good shout there, Hesam. Absolutely. I mean, he's another one, isn't he, that's being linked to Manchester United. I don't know how much strong basis there is for a move, but there is a link with Taremi as well. Fair enough. Adam Butler says, just cut ties and move him on. United would get too much stick if we played him again. Spot on. Agree with you. Cannot agree with you more. Let's have a look at some of the other updates though, guys. So the Rasmus Højlund situation is, look, personal terms are not an issue. United have had positive talks within the last couple of days with Atalanta in regards to a move. It's understood that Murtow has been having direct dialogue with them, and it's even been talked about the possibility of including Mason Greenwood as some sort of a make-weight, not necessarily a direct exchange, but perhaps loaning him out to them, or maybe there could be a permanent transfer done there, but certainly maybe dangling the Mason Greenwood carrot in front of them. That sounded a bit messed up, didn't it, guys, in context of what happened? I didn't mean it to sound like that, but you know what I mean. Dangling the Mason Greenwood carrot in front of him, right? In order to, that's what she said, no. In order to, hopefully entice them to maybe do the sale of Højlund. So that's the latest situation there, guys. It's, oh my God, it's possible that could take place in the next couple of weeks. So let's hope so. But as I said earlier on, the Harry Kane deal is still on the table for later on in the transfer window if Spurs are prepared to play ball. And if Man United really have ambition this window, we should be trying to sign both of those players, guys. Smash a one if you want to see Kane and Højlund sign for Man United this summer. Oh no, he'll dangle his own carrot, says Matesh. Oh my God. Right, anyway. So let's get on and cover the latest news and updates that have come in other than that. So Alex Turk says that with Phil Jones and David De Gea gone, United's longest service senior players may surprise you. So who do you think United's longest serving senior player is now those guys have gone? Let's just see if I can figure it out before looking at this. Luke Shaw's been here a very long time, actually. Other than that, who else have we had here for the longest time? McTominay, I guess. Yeah, anyway. Rashford, I guess. Right, okay, so this is the list. These are the longest serving people now that Phil Jones and De Gea have gone. Luke Shaw, number one. He's been there since 2014. Tony Martial has been there since 2015. Rashford, 2016. Eric Bailly, 2016. And Scott McTominay, 2017. Wow. So those are the longest serving players now. That's shite, isn't it? That is shite. But either way, that's cool though. Nice one. So that's interesting. And then also let's have a look at the other couple of updates that have come out. We've got another update in regards to Sofyan Amrabat here. From Jack Talbot that reports as here that Sofyan Amrabat could be brought in once Fred is sold. Midfielder would follow Inter's Andre Onana and then Atalanta's Rasmus Højlund. Harry Kane, if not at Bayern, could be bought in August, but it depends on player sales. McTominay, Telles, Donny van de Beek, etc. Henderson. So yeah, we do need to get some players off the books. That's absolutely true. Let's check out these last couple of updates that Rushmano has sent me. Thank you to Rushmano. So it's another report here that says United must overcome a few hurdles before we can get Sofyan Amrabat. The main one, yeah, again, it's getting rid of players. So there's a list of 5 or 6, 7 players that we should be looking to get rid of. Henderson, Maguire, McTominay, Fred, Martial, maybe, yeah, Bailly, Tellez, maybe 1 or 2 others in order to, Maguire, to make way for some of these other players that we can bring in and to take some money off of our books wages-wise. Also, we've got some reports coming out, whether or not, don't know how true it is because it's from Talkshite, but Talkshite are reporting that Bruno Fernandes unhappy with the way David De Gea's Man United exit played out. Yeah, that's what Talkshite is saying. He apparently Bruno insists that David De Gea deserved a better exit at Manchester United. I think that's true. I think we'd all agree with that, wouldn't we? That De Gea deserved a better send-off. We kind of stitched him up in a way where we'd offered him another contract and then eventually he's accepted and then we've gone, nah, actually, we'll take that away from you. So we didn't do him very well there, and he deserved a bigger, better send-off, if we're being honest, for a long-serving 12-year legend. Legend to David De Gea. So I agree with Bruno Fernandes, if that is indeed true. Avram Glazer says, I have been at Man U the longest. Is that how you spell longest, is it? Okay, then. Thank you very much for that, Avram Glazer. Now, get out, mate. Hashtag Glazers out. Get gone. Why are they still here? I can't believe it's now the 8th of July, though. And we are actually still with those shit-ass Glazers as the owners of Manchester United. I know it's a matter of time, but we've been saying that for 7 months now. It's a matter of time before these wank stains are gone. And we can, like, actually start to kick on as a football club in all areas. But I can't believe they're still here. It is a disgrace. So there you go, guys. Thank you, Avram Glazer, for the super chat. I agree with you, Jared. Says, really wish that the Glazers were on the Titanic submersible. Oh, shit. Bloody hell. Crikey, bud. That's dark. That's dark, mate. Oh, anyway, fair play to you, lad. I'm sure there's a few people that would agree with you there. Right, okay, I'm going to get into the Q&A now with the live chat, but just to quickly give you the latest update for anybody who's coming in here. We've got 222 legends watching. Once again, hit the like button if you haven't done so. Smash the subscribe, click the bell icon. We're on our way to 200 likes, guys. That's the target for the stream. Smash that thumbs up button. It helps us out. You know it makes sense. It's free. Thank you, the Hoop Man. He says, drop a like for the pig. Thank you very much there, my friend. Much love. Okay, so quick update, rundown of what we've discussed, and then I'll get into the Q&A with you legends. Everybody can have their say at the end of this show. So, big thanks to David De Gea from Manchester United on social media for his service. He has now officially departed with Manchester United. United said an incredible servant and an extremely special person. Wishing you every success for the future, David De Gea. And also another post suggesting that for every United legend, thank you for everything. And he is obviously a record breaker at the football club in terms of clean sheets, appearances for a goalkeeper, things like this. He's a legend. He's an absolute legend of this football club, guys. It doesn't get any bigger than a 12-year serve. I mean, the only way you can get bigger legends, really, than him is based on actual trophies won. But is that really De Gea's fault that that period of time was poor? He did win the Premier League when Fergie was still here. It's not really De Gea's fault necessarily that we didn't win as much. Like, obviously, Scholes had 12 Premier League titles and Giggsy had 13 Premier League titles and that kind of thing. Those are bigger legends because they were part of a more successful period at the club. But in terms of actual, you know, like time served and things like that, David's right up there. He's obviously done very well for us. And I will forever be grateful for his time at the club. What a great guy. And he sent a lovely message, which you can read on social media. I'm not going to read it out again, but it's on the screen there if you want to read it. And the farewell essentially just paves the way for Man United to get this Onana deal done very soon. The next steps on the Onana deal are new direct contacts between Inter and Man United over the weekend. Official final bid next week to be accepted. The clubs hope to have documents ready around Wednesday or Thursday. Onana's already agreed terms with Man United. It's a matter of days. So great news there. And then just a couple of other little tidbits is that we are, you know, still in the situation for Rasmus Højlund. That's no problem at all. Just a couple of weeks to get that negotiated and agreed really with Atalanta. Possibility of Greenwood maybe going the opposite direction. Personal terms, not an issue. Already been agreed with Manchester United. Also, get well soon to Edwin van der Sar. An update from Ajax says that Edwin van der Sar will remain in intensive care for the time being. His condition is stable but still concerning. Ajax shares this information on behalf of his wife Anne-Marie van der Sar. So, you know, we just want to wish Edwin van der Sar all the best. He's obviously a legend of this club and he's very unwell at the moment, and we just hope that he makes a full recovery, guys. We'll give you the latest on that when we hear it. Right, let's get into the live chat for the Q&A. Thank you, each and every one of you, for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. I'm going to shout out everyone who's retweeted us. Click the link at the top of the live chat. Give us a quick retweet. I'm going over there to shout everyone out. Then we'll get into the Q&A. So, let's see who's retweeted the stream. Shout out to the 8 legends that have done so. Thank you, each and every one of you, for spreading the show. Boomy. Transfers MUFC_United, aka Rushmana, you legend. Vincent Bullock, Andy Davidge, get in there. ADV, Feline Fur, Luan France, and John Boy Cat. Thank you guys very much indeed for retweeting the show and helping us spread the word there. I really appreciate it. Legends. Get in there. We've got a super chat here, and it is from the Cake Cadet. Thank you very much there, Cake Cadet. He says, where do you think Amrabat will feature? Parallel bars, vault, or pommel horse, Piggy? Okay, I personally think he'll be on the old open floor. You know what I mean? On the old floor routine. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't put him in a box like that, Cake, mate. I think he needs to be out there free flowing, showing what he can do on the old open floor, mate. You know what I mean? Or whatever it's called. No, fair enough, mate. What? What are you talking about, bud? But anyway, thank you very much for your super chat there, bud. So, obviously in the team, I think what's going to happen with Amrabat United is he's going to deputise in the midfield, obviously, for, I don't know, Cassie, I guess, or, you know, play alongside Cassie, but he's not really going to be the first choice with Mount coming in. We've got Bruno, Mount, Cassie. I think he's coming in to play a squad role, isn't he? Personally, that's kind of what I see him, you know, doing, is doing that. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much for your super chat there, Cake Cadet. You what? Nice one, Vutinator. We're getting up there, bud. 172 likes is beautiful. Thank you very much indeed for smashing the like button, everyone. Much appreciated. Definitely United till I die. Dave's an absolute complete legend of this club. Just a shame he didn't win a bit more, and we didn't have more of a successful period while he was here, but a legend of the club. Ravens Manson says, Bruno and Fred are such great friends. Do you think if Fred is sold, Bruno will be sad angry with the club? No, I mean, you've got to carry on as a professional, don't you? You know, you'd have to man up there. You know, it's not about that, is it? You know, he'll make new friends. I mean, he'll make new friends. Andy says, we are a circus, name's too close to acrobat. Right, got you there. I see what he's doing there. That's why I get it now. I get it now. I get it now. You'd rather Lavia than Amrabat, says Ryan. When will the Glazers go? Goodness me. If only I could actually, you know, see it. Chris Koo says, did you get my super chat? You know what? I missed it, bud. Sorry, mate. Here it is. Oh, thank you, Chris Koo. He says, Avram, sort that ponytail out, mate. Get in there. It's horrible, isn't it? I mean, I know I've got a bit of a thing here, but at least I've got hair, like, on the top of my head. He's got, like, the bald ponytail look. You know what I mean? He's got, like, a mullet, but with pure skull on the top. He's got a full-on skullet, this guy. You know what I mean? He looks like fucking... He looks like fucking William Shakespeare with a fucking ponytail in that twat. You know what I mean? Doesn't he? You're right. Thank you, Chris Koo. I appreciate you, dude. Dante, come on, Dante. How are you, you legend? He says, De Gea, 2 Golden Gloves, 4 Players Player of the Year, 4 Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year awards. Last player in the team to have won the Premier League, Europa League, FA Cup, 2 League Cups, legend, and should be remembered. Absolutely. Well said there, Dante. Could not agree more. He does deserve a lot of praise. He's an absolute legend of this football club. Completely agree. Daniel thinks we've done the De Gea dirty the way we handled it. Yeah, I agree, actually, boss. We didn't. He should have had a better send-off. And we should have just, like, treated him better at the end in regards to that whole contract negotiation thing. Yeah, that's fair. I think that is fair. Cake Cadet, thank you for another... oh, no, sorry. I already read that one out. It's so good, we'll read it twice. Hey, nice one there, Rushmana. Says, off to watch England. Catching it. Hey, nice one, Rushmana. Have a great time, my friend. Thank you for all the updates. You're an absolute true Don. Appreciate you, mate. Have a great day. Mr. Rushmana, everybody. Let's get a hashtag legend in the chat. Boomy says, Piggy's gender must be questioned. He's the same man who said he's behind Ten Hag. Are you straight, Piggy? Well, Boomy, you've just questioned my gender, but what you actually mean is my sexuality. And you know what, Boomy? It's none of your goddamn business, mate. But, I'm not... do you know what? That's a strange question. Roddy Can't Game, thank you for your $2 super chat. He says, looking good, Pig. Thank you very much there. I appreciate you, Roddy Can't Game. Get in there, you legend. Thank you for that. Yeah, you know... Not doing too badly, mate. I appreciate you, all things considered. Avram Glazer says, the new kit's out ready. Tell your subscribers, put the money in my account and buy it. Don't buy it, guys. Buy it when those wankers are gone. Buy it when those wankers are gone. It is a nice kit, though. I saw the little clip on Insta earlier of Mason Mount wearing it while they're interviewing him. asking some gash questions and stuff. And it looks really nice. I can't wait to get it, to be fair. But I'm not going to get it while those Glazers still have ownership of this football club. Neither should you guys. Wait until those twats are gone. It's a quality gag, that pig. It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I didn't even get it straight away, so it's not that great. Maybe I'm just being a bit slow today. But still. Rivals posting mistakes made by Onana. They're truly salty. Yeah, silliness, isn't it? I mean, he's only got to 27 now. You're always going to have errors as a goalkeeper. It's about experience. It's about improving. It's about getting better. So I'm not too worried about him. But there is still the possibility of him, you know, maybe not being as big a success straight away as we hope. It could be, you know, you never know. United Tonight says Pig's got the Zlatan hairstyle. My name is Zlatan, and I am Lion, my friend. Zlatan has ponytail, and Don Piglione has ponytail. And this is the true sign of a legend. That's right, absolutely. Zlatan does not heal like a regular human. Zlatan heals like a ponytailed tiger or a lion. Zlatan is alien hybrid. This is true. Yeah, Superstar says, Pig, I can't believe your brother's even taller than you. He's not taller than me, mate. He's actually, we did this, we stood back to back the other day. I'm slightly taller than him. It's just that in that video that I posted last night, the perspective makes it seem like he's actually a bit taller, but he's not. I am actually taller than him. We're both 6'2", but we actually stood back to back the other day, and I'm like this tiny bit. He's like, must be like 6'1" and 7/8 or something, and I'm 6'2", because I am this much bigger than him. It's true. Thank you, Pete Morris. Appreciate you, my friend. Avram also has a ponytail. Yeah, but his is disgusting. His looks like a rat crawled up on the back of his head and died, mate. You know what I mean? His isn't normal. You don't have a bald, skullet rat ponytail on the back of your head, mate. What's he doing, man? It looks ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Luan says, by the way, Pig, that family rendition of What's My Name is epic. My daughter would get embarrassed when dancing in public back in the day. It's funny to see your niece's reaction. Yeah, I know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they were cringed out. It was cringed, but I made them do it. That's what a good uncle does. You know what I mean? I made them do it, guys. Nobody wanted to do that video other than me, but I made them do it. I made them do it, guys. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, it's cringe. Pig could take Zlatan, says Orlando. What are you doing? What are you saying, Slats? Anyway, Bet Onana gets at least 2 assists. I would love to see him take a penalty. That would be cool, Templar Priest. Chris Goose says, I was watching the video of you yesterday when we lost to Brighton 4-0 2 seasons ago when you had that rancid Stella. You looked a completely different person now, so much healthier. Oh, thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I was a mess back then. You're right. It was wholesome, wasn't it, the Hoop Man? You're absolutely right. Cake says, I was laughing at that video just before you came on, Joe. It's great. Ah, nice one, mate. Thank you very much indeed. I'm going to read 1 or 2 more comments out from you legends, so have your say finally, and then we're going to have to move on. I can hear my family out there getting restless. They want some Uncle Joe, don't they? Favourites Panson said, if my hairline gets any worse, I'm going to rock my own skullet. I just can't let it go off. Fair play to you, lad. Matt says, please, next season, humble that cheating blue oil money printer on behalf of the whole football world. Don't want to see that smug Vigo-looking twat winning Ballon d'Ors. Love that, Matt Edge. I echo that as well, mate. I know it'd be so nice if he doesn't win anything ever again at Manchester City. Let's hope that they get punished. I don't think they will, because they've got all the money in the world. They'll just make all their issues go away like they have done previously. But I really hope you're right, though, mate, and we see City struggle and melt and hopefully have a really tough time of it in the future again, like how things should be. Yep, definitely. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to wrap this video up then. Thank you, each and every one of you legends, for watching. Luan, Orlando, Superstar, Kemar, the Hoop Man, Templar Priest, Chris Koo, United Till I Die, Dabo, Orlando Arellano, the Hoop Man, Boomy, the Cake Cadet, Ravens, Matej, everyone fire up, United Technical Talk. Thank you, everybody, for watching this stream. Gungshi, your legend. Thank you very much, lad. Darren Allen as well. Probably not FIFA tonight, lad, but once my family's gone, I'll be back at it, mate, doing the regular stuff. 2 free videos a day is the idea. Elliot, Scoojo, Crazy Joe. Thank you, boss. Thank you, everyone. Superstar, Avram Glazer, Get Out, Jim Watkins, RJ, DZ, Mr. Cedric. Oh, thank you, Will. Will V for the £5 super chat. Oh, thank you, Will V. Says, sorry about your mum. I missed you so much, bud. Oh, dude. Yeah, thank you very much for the condolences there, man. It's absolutely the worst thing that's ever happened in my life, to be fair. It's hard to get your head around. I still haven't really processed it, mate, but in the process of processing it. But, yeah, it's fucking awful, to be fair. It is actually the worst thing ever, but there you go. But she, you know, she would have liked us to carry on, if you know what I mean. So that's what I'm trying to do as best as I can. Will V, you legend, thank you very much. Let's get some love in the chat there for Will V. I appreciate that sentiment, my friend. Thank you, Jim, Elliot, Luan, Brian, Jaden, Templar, Luan, Kate Cadet, Chris Koo, and everybody, all the moderators, all the members of the channel. Thanks for supporting the show. That's it from me, guys. Stay classy. Thank you, Jim. Come back after this video is finished and get your thoughts and opinions in about anything we've discussed. If you're new to the show, make sure you subscribe, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel. We're on here daily, giving you the latest updates. As and when there's breaking news, we'll jump on and let you know the latest lowdown. No BS. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch and Kick, all at Flying Pig United and all those places. Links in the description as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Come back and have your say in the not live comments afterwards and smash a like before you go and all that. Let's get 200 likes. Absolutely, mate. Agree with you there. Fire up, lad. Thank you, everyone. Good night. God bless you. I'll be back soon with another update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. And remember, Piggy loves you. And also remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.